Hey, what's up? This is Sarah Lee Day, and you're watching Dubsado Tidbits, the things you need to know about Dubsado delivered in bite-sized pieces. Recently, we've been talking about all the different template areas in Dubsado, and today we are finally going to get to workflows. So let's take a look. Workflows are really the heart and soul of Dubsado and what makes it so great and so powerful for running your business, because you can automate so many different things and you can have so many different triggers to trigger other things and make actions happen in your account. So really quickly, we're going to start off with just an overview. In the next couple of episodes, we're going to go deeper into some of these other features. But for right now, let's just take a look at what the workflows are, what they look like, and a little bit about their setup. So when you click workflows under templates over on the left, this is what you'll see. On the left-hand side, you'll see a list of all available workflows, and your trial account will start off with a couple of these workflows that are just samples. Up here in the top left, you have set office hours. So let's just say that your office hours are 8 to 5, and anything outside of those hours, you want to make sure that nothing is being sent to your customers, all communication is ended, because you want to respect your time and you want to respect the time of your clients and not be emailing them at 8 o'clock on a Sunday, like I accidentally did one time. So what you can do is you can click here to set your office hours, and your workflow actions will only send during the hours that you set in here. So if an action falls outside those hours, then it will run at the next available time. Let's just say you have a workflow set up to trigger as soon as someone fills out a lead capture form on your website. Well, if they're filling out that form at 7 o'clock in the evening, then you are not in the office and you're not going to be responding to that. So you don't want your workflow to respond on your behalf outside of those hours, even though customers may be coming in. So if we set this up to be 9 to 5, then if they fill out your lead capture at 7 o'clock p.m., they actually would not get any workflow actions until 9 a.m. the next day. So when you click apply, it's going to show your office hours up here, and any actions that are triggered outside of those hours will run at the next available time. Over here on the top right, this is where you would add a new workflow. And when you want to edit a workflow, you would select it from the list over here on the left and click the baby gear icon. That will open up the actual workflow steps that you can edit within here. To add a new step, you would click Add Action, and you'd be able to select your action from this list of actions and also your timing. So how many days, weeks, years, hours, and you've got several different options for that timing, just depending on how you want that to trigger in the workflow, when you want it to trigger. And then depending on which action you select, you're going to have some additional options below. And we'll actually get into more of these in detail in future episodes, so stay tuned for that. If you needed to change any of the steps that were already in your workflow, you can click the Edit link and change the details of it. You can also click Remove to remove that step from the workflow. And let's just say that you have these in a specific order, but it needs to be reordered. You would just click and drag and move those steps into whatever order you needed to. Let's go back out to the main area. If you want to copy a workflow, let's say you have a couple services that are similar, but they need a slightly different proposal or contract or something slightly different in their workflow. You can create the first workflow here and then simply duplicate it and then make your changes to the second one. That way you're not having to completely rebuild your workflows for every single product. And then if you create a workflow that is no longer needed or invalid, or for whatever reason you don't want it, you can just click the trash can to delete it. Now at the bottom here, you have this view button, and when you click it, it'll pull up a list of all of the active clients who are using that workflow, who have that workflow applied to their project. And you can see, you will be able to see a list of all of the workflow steps and where each client is as far as their position in that workflow, like how far they've gotten through that workflow. So it's a pretty cool feature to kind of keep track of which clients are operating under which workflow and how far along the process they are. Now, if you've created several workflows and you want to put them in a specific order, you can click and drag them and put them in whatever order you want. You can name them anything you want, and you can put them in whatever order makes sense to you. All right, that's it for today's tidbit. For more information about receiving updates, requesting future episodes, or getting help with your own Dubsado account, take a look at the links in the description below this video or visit saralee.day.com. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.